Vice President of Nigeria, what is it exactly that you're in charge of? This is a question I'd like all three candidates to take a stab at. Anyone is free to start.
Let me build the cart. One of the amazing moments for me in accepting to run with General Muhammadu Buhari was after I made the call and I visited him, and he made this statement: I want someone capable of running the country effectively, just in case what happened tomorrow happens to me. The weight of that office hit me. That is not something that is designed by the Constitution for a spare tire. The Constitution spelled out at least 7 distinct responsibilities of the Vice President. Number 1, he has delegated responsibilities. The Constitution says in Section 5:1 that there shall be a Vice President. He has delegated responsibilities that the President may, in his discretion, assign to him. But beyond that, he is a Vice Chairman of the Council of State. He is a Vice Chairman of the National Defense Council. He is a Chairman of the National Economic Council. I can break that down for you to let you see what he actually chairs. The National Council on Privatization is one. Debt Management Office is another. The Director of NEMA, National Economic Management Agency, reports directly to him in case of national disaster. He reports to the VP. He's in charge of PTDF, that's the Petroleum Technology Development Fund. He's in charge of National Boundary Commission and Border Community Development Agency. The National Minister of Planning reports directly to him. The reason we must elect a competent person to that office is that we do not need clueless people who do not understand how to build a winning and changing team to run this country. Because if it's going to be the chairman of the Economic Council...
Bakari, I'm afraid I have to interrupt.
Thank you.
Thank you. Chief Yar'Adu?
Well, I will go back to where I started from. It was a surprise nomination. He called me up, wanted to see me. I wondered what about. I went there. And I asked him the question, why me? And he said, Chief, in his very humble, very quiet manner, Chief, I want to make use of your background and your experience. For me, that is enough. That is content. That filled me up with some degree of pride, some degree of recognition. And it is a service I want to offer willingly, heartily. Everything I have become, I'm going to put at the disposal of Malam Shekarau and at the disposal of this nation in whatever capacity I am called upon to serve, so long as it is for the betterment of the Nigerian nation.
Thank you. Mr. Adiola?
What happened to me was not dissimilar to what happened to Chief John Oyegun. When Yar'Adu put his call across to me, it was against the run of play, as we say in soccer. Why me? I was just finishing an analysis of who they should vote for. And he came. And I said to myself, the easiest thing for me to do was to say no and remain in my comfort zone. Believe me, my zone was comfortable. And it's always nice to fly abroad, enjoy the thrills of the place, and come back and say, see how they are doing it. It's never about us, it's about the other day doing it that way. And I just realized that this is a responsibility, this is a call to service. This is about the 70% of the poor, of Nigerians. This is about our children. And even if we don't have children, and they all are children, and I decided that I would leave the comfort zone and I'll come in here. It's about assisting, enabling, empowering, encouraging, and assisting Nuhu Yar'Adu to actualize the vision that is so passionately shared with me.
Thank you very much, Mr. Adiola. Now, I'd like to just quickly break this segment by going to audience questions, because we have quite a few, and some of them are addressed to specific candidates. I will start with one addressed to Pastor Bakari from Abdul Malik Suleiman, and he says, I have seen advertising in the newspaper questioning the morality of Pastor Bakari for running as a VP to General Buhari because he has criticized the latter in the past as being part of the old brigade that ruined the country. What is your reaction to this?
Very simple. 2006, those statements were made, not the way it was quoted, that General IBB, General Olusegun Obasanjo, Atiku, and General Muhammadu Buhari are part of the old, they are not part of the new. That was 2006. In the process of going around as SNG convener to see what these political parties and individuals have for Nigeria, I discovered that he is the most committed, the most credible, and I discovered that instead of emphasizing generational shift, we truly need generational integration, because no bird can fly with one hand and no one can clap with one hand. His experience is brought to book or to play as long as he has another person who is running with him. The truth of the matter is, great nations are not built on good luck. They are built on experience, hard work, and vision. I said it then, and I'm saying it so now, because he has moved away from being a dictator to a statesman, from being one who rules with the iron fist of a soldier to one who has gone through the process of law and believes in rule of law. He is a man for the hour, and no one can fix Nigeria better than he can do. I stand by that statement.
Thank you very much, Pastor Kunle. This is from someone called Arosa Edehi. You have to forgive me, some of the writing is a bit difficult to read, and it is direct to Mr. Fola Adiola. And he says, they say Senator Tinubu is the emperor, and that before any ACN meeting starts, ACN members must sing ACN anthem of "In Your Mandate, Bola We Stand." How are you going to serve Nigeria with the big broom of the emperor over your head?
I am running mate to Malam Nuhu Yar'Adu. De facto, de jure, he made the offer. I have been present at several Action Congress of Nigeria meetings. I never had a song. I was never asked to sing. So typically, if not for on a national debate, I don't respond to they say. I respond to this is what I know. But that is what I know. Nobody has, I'm not aware of that which they said. All I know is that my principal is credible, is forthright, he shares most of the values that I share.